deck profile and then show the lad plays at the end.
Okay, yeah.
That way I don't have to like in the middle of the deck profile.
All right, if you want to get started, let's go ahead and do it. First off, do you remember your matchups for the day?
Okay, so round one I played, what was it, TG Stun. I don't know why I played that, but I played TG Stun. Then I played BA.
Yeah.
That was the second most deck I was scared of going into the YCS. And then I played Kozmo Mirror. Then I played like 2 or 3 Necros in a row. Then I played Magispector, and then some Performage Pendulum deck, and then Magispector.
There's 2 different ones. There's Performage with Performa Pals, and there's Performage Magispectors.
No, it was Performage with Pals.
Oh, wow. So Performage Pals. Okay.
Yeah, and he was actually the guy that topped Dallas.
Okay.
With Ritual Beast.
Nice.
So it was cool. He's from Colorado. I'm probably gonna go to Colorado soon just to like play test.
Yeah, Colorado duelists are actually coming up.
Yeah.
Johnny has a pretty good group up there now.
Mm-hmm. Johnny Nagel.
Yeah.
He lives in
He lives in Colorado also.
Oh, that's dope. Okay, cool. And then going into day 2, I started out playing against the Mirror, and then I played Necros. And then top 32 was Kozmo. It was a feature match. Top 16 was Necros. Top 8 was Shadal, main decking 3 Iron Wall.
Was that the furthest Shadal?
Yeah, that was Justin.
You officially killed the last Shadal.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
That was amazing. I hate Shadal. I've never thought that was a good deck ever. Like when it first came out, it was tier 1 for about 10 seconds.
You officially killed the last Shadal.
Yeah. That deck's annoying. And then top 4 Mirror, and then finals Mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get into the deck profile.
All right, cool. Start off, I guess, 3 Farm Girl. This is the bread and butter of the deck, other than Town. Next best card after those 2, obviously Dark Destroyer. How you stay alive in the Mirror, 3 Wicked Witch. I'm not playing any Good Witch. I play 1 in the side, which you'll see later. I didn't feel like Good Witch did anything at all. Like in the Mirror, it didn't do anything against Magispector, which I was really afraid of. Does nothing. It's decent against Necros, which I could always side it in, so that's why I chose to play 3 Wicked Witch and no Good Witch. 2 Strawman. This card is the nuts. It's really bad to open, but Town is a good card and lets you reshuffle it. But there's a lot of plays with Strawman that I want to show you with Lad as well when I get to that. Then I played 2 Slip. I was thinking about playing 3. I chose 2 just because I can always Dark Destroyer pop into it if I need it. Town lets me recycle, so I just didn't want to brick with too many. Then I played 2 Dogfighter. This is probably the card that got me the furthest in the Mirror. This card is ridiculous. It nets you so much free advantage. On either player's standby phase, you get a token, which is insane advantage. There's so many cool plays with this card. It helps you play around time space. It lets you play around Storming Mirror Force, because you can just put the tokens in attack mode and put this in defense and just swing. I play Limiter, which you'll see later on, and it's literally, I summon him during standby phase, attack, if you have nothing, Limiter's game.
I like Limiter.
Yeah, I love Limiter. Once I show you Limiter, I'll talk about that a little bit more too. Also, there's a cool play going first that I'd like to show you after the profile with Dogfighter and detailing. Next, I play 2 Kozmo Forerunner. I really wanted to cut this to 1 because Dark Destroyer just outclassed it in every way, but the Mirror is so important, so that's why I played 2. That's it with all the Kozmo monsters. Then I played 2 Max C, and then the Secret Tech, Lad. This card is nuts. It's I don't know, I really didn't see it day 1 as much as I wanted to, so I didn't know how good it was until day 2, and day 2 it won me 3 of my top matches, and then also my first round. So this is a crazy card. Then the best card in the deck other than Farm Girl. I don't even know if Farm Girl is better than this card, but Cosmo Town is just insane. Lets you just control your game state at all times. 3 E-Telly. I have 5 targets. It's always live. It's really good. I played 2 MST mainly because the town. It's honestly a consistency card, and it's like it can just blow up back row when you don't need it to be consistent. I don't know how many times, at least once a match, I would blow up my own town with MST or with something just so I can get a search. When you don't have a ship or you don't have a pilot, you really need town to just be there to blow it up. So MST was really good. I don't play Galaxy Cyclone. I just play MST. It was really good. And then I played 2 Stormforth.
Yeah, that card.
In the main deck, this card was insane all day. Even if I eventually decide Lad isn't good enough in Cosmos, which I really doubt I'll play continuing on because people will be ready for it. This card was insane. Just being able to tribute someone else's monster, especially in the mirror, it's really good. Okay, so limiter removal. This won me finals game 2, just because he just didn't know what I was playing.
Yeah.
I just swung and he had no response, and I just attacked. Or it steals so many games too because you just swing with Farm Girl, search for Dark Destroyer, and that's 7,500 damage right there. So, I mean, they're literally on empty. It's just a really surprising OTK card. You just attack, and they say, "Yeah, I'll take it."
It destroys your Dark Destroyer also.
Yeah, too. Yeah, that too. If I don't game with it, then it gets me pluses. So, and then that was the first one. And then I play Raigeki and Allure. This card's
the
insane.
stones.
Yeah, Allure is so good. So that's it for the 1-ofs.
And you played the 3 Witch to go with Allure also.
Yeah, I did. It was really good. It's really insane if you have Strawman or Cosmotown. It's a Pot of Greed, or it's a Monster Reborn almost.
It's awesome.
It's really good. Then for the 1-ofs, I play Emptiness and Warning.
You have to.
Warning, I always side it out in the mirror. A lot of people want to keep it in just to, their first summon, but it's just too much life points, especially when you're paying so much already.
Yeah.
But Emptiness was clutch all day. I sided it out probably about half my matches. We both sided it out. It's a floodgate. I don't want to lose to it. Neither did he. So
the side out Emptiness face up.
Yeah, the side out Emptiness face up. Yeah.
There's actually I think Billy has a story about that. Somebody got deck checked with their Emptiness face up, and so when they put the things together, it ended up in the main deck and an extra card, so the guy seemed like he sided out 14. You have to be very careful with that.
I actually put it I put it in my side deck.
Yeah.
I'll just show them look, it's going in my side. I keep
that's
my
good.
side face up, so or my side face down, and I just show them. But yeah, I run these 2. Warning, honestly, I wouldn't have mained it. It's just against Magic Spectre it's too good. Against Pendulums it's just too good. So, and then the other traps, I got 5 more. 3 Storming Mirror Force.
So good.
I bought this card when it was like a $20 secret, and it ended up skyrocketing for a good reason. This card is just protection. It's really good if it doesn't get MST'd or popped or whatever. In the mirror, it just helped me keep advantage. Like I really never felt I wasn't ever in control of a mirror match, especially when I opened this card.
Was there any time you were scared of them having a teleport and having to play around that?
You know what? I think in my finals match I misplayed. I was playing this card as well, and I opened both. He had one set, and he swung with Farm Girl, and I should have just taken it. Instead, I flipped Storming Mirror Force because he just said yeah, and then he flipped E-Telly. I really should have just waited, but it is what it is. Because I also had this too, so if he was going to tag out, I could use this. And I wouldn't have been able to use this if he did tag out because Time Space Trap Hole can't activate. It would miss its activation timing. But yeah, so I played 3 Storming Mirror Force and then 2 Time Space Trap Hole. A lot of people want to keep this in against BA. I don't, because really you can't be aggressive against BA. You can't just use things against BA. You'll just lose that way. They can just maintain their advantage so much. So I only played 2, and I always sided at least 1 out of every single match. It was good. It just wasn't that good. Next, we'll get into my side deck. I played the 3rd Maxi. Good Witch.
See, this is why I didn't like reasoning, is people were playing Maxi, and if you just hit into that, that's so bad.
Yeah, I like to be. I like the protection of Max C because
Yeah.
it lets you tell it tells your opponent like, look, you can't really go off this turn unless you can game me.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to play Max C. I forced my deck list to play Max C, and it's something that I feel like the reasoning builds really missed out on all day, and that's the biggest reason they struggled. Is they couldn't play any hand traps. So Max C was really good all day, and I always sided one, and I felt like so.
The guy who got third played 1 reasoning and 3 Maxi.
Yeah, I don't get that. I really don't.
But I mean, it obviously had results for him. His side deck was very heavy for Kozmo, so.
Next I played the one Krebins. Krebins was really, really good, or really, really bad actually. It's good in theory because it's an E-Telly target, and dog fighter can bring out a token. You synchro with it for Beals, which I play in my extra deck, which I'll show you later. But I always drew it every time I sided it in the mirror. I always had it in my hand. And it really sucked. So
please stay in the deck.
Yeah, exactly.
Nope. You draw your 1-ups. We learned this in Yu-Gi-Oh.
All right. Next, the third MST, mainly just against like pendulum decks, and, like BA, like trap heavy decks like that, and anything that's gonna have floodgates. The third Stormforth for the mirror, and Magic Spectre. I really feel like I don't think I sided in against Magic Spectre at all, just because I sided in the MST and some of the other cards. I'm gonna tell you right now, I was so scared of that deck. So the next like 7 cards are dedicated to that matchup. Grand Horn of Heaven. This card is just you just win. Honestly, I play 2 Magic Spectre and 1 Performage in Pal's deck, whatever it is. Pepe, I don't know how you say it, but this card is just the nuts. It's just so broken. And the cool thing about counter traps is if you have Lad on the field, you can activate them without wasting negations because you can't chain to this. So this is really good. 2 Deck Devi. This card is really bad. Every time I sided it and I saw it without Dog Ship, which in theory was going to be inconsistent. I knew that, but it is a blowout card. I did resolve it once, and from there I just won. So it was subpar at best. I probably won't side it anymore. And then 2 Trap Stun. I think MVP of the side deck is definitely Trap Stun. I sided this in even against the mirror match round 3. I ended up losing because he just always had Slip Rider to pop it during my end phase, which kind of sucked. But looking back, if I would have bluffed more traps and was able to resolve Trap Stun, I probably would have won that match too. But this card is really good. So better than Decree because I play so many traps. And then 3 traps for Shrapple Nightmare. I played this only against Necros. I didn't really feel it was necessary against anything else. The only way Necros really beats you is if they can resolve Trish without Cosmotown, and this card just says Trish, sorry.
Yeah.
They can't really play around this if they have Trish, so it was really good. That's it for the side. Let me get into the extra deck, which I didn't really use all day. For Synchros, I played Beals. If you summon this in the mirror, they pretty much lose. I actually did summon it in the mirror, but he had Stormforce, so it kind of sucked. Stardust. This card's really, really good. I actually played it one time, but he had like a Book of Moon, so it kind of sucked. Crimson Blader. This is in the mirror if they leave like a Slip Rider on the field, or like a Dogfight or anything like that. Anything that I feel like I can just swing over. I didn't make it though. And then Black Rose in the finals. I made this. It was like the only play I had, but he had Breakthrough, and then he had Game next turn, so I lost. And then I played the Draco Sack. Again, these cards are real love, and I didn't make that. Volcasaurus, I didn't make that. Durandal, I didn't make that. This card's insane in the mirror. Pleiades, Diamond, Ptolemaeus, Castell, I made this once. Heartland Draco. I was going to make this. This card was going to win me a game. I figured if he had a Dark Destroyer in hand, I lose, so I didn't make it. And instead, I Cosmotown, like reloaded, and I think I drew something to make me win. So that was good. 101. I made this once to take a Decisive Armor, so that was good. Exciton, Rip. I didn't make him though. And then Dweller, pretty standard.
Any changes you'd make heading into the new format since Cliffords are going, but they're still pendulum decks? Seems pretty solid.
The only changes I'd really make to the side deck is I'd definitely take these out. Krebins is going out, and I don't know. I'm really not feeling good Witch, man. Like I don't even really want to side it. But yeah, I have a lot of new ideas for the format. A lot of cool things.
Do you think Fairy One's a good side for the Magispectors?
I do. And I wanted to find room, but I just felt like deck devies.
It was cool.
It was cool. I resolved it, and I felt good about myself. But yeah, I don't know. I probably will end up siding Fairy Wind just because town you get a plus and you pop their scale. So.
All right, guys, we're going to take a pause in the stream. I will actually instantly reload the stream, but we're going to stop so we can put this on YouTube. If you want the short version of the deck list, Nick Ranger will be posting it on ARG after we have the video up. So just hold on. The stream's going to restart in about 15 seconds. So stay with us, and we'll start talking about Zodiac streaking and Minerva burning and all the good stuff.
Yes, sir.